what's going on, guys? I'm MD Creekmore, and welcome to Making Sense of Manliness. Today's video topic is going to be about the number one thing that guys do that destroys their chances of progressing with the woman, either the progressing to a relationship, progressing to a date, progressing to sex, or whatever your goals is. This is the number one thing that destroys those goals for most guys. You meet a woman and you start having a good conversation, you introduce yourself, and she introduces herself, and things is going well, and it seems like she's really interested in what you have to say and interested in you as a person. And things are going really well, and you're thinking, man, this is really going well, this is going to turn into something. Well, you get her phone number, and everything's still going great. You get her phone number, you message her, and she's messaging back, she's texting back, and like I said, everything is going well. And so you think the more you message, the more that it'll progress the relationship along, and the more you get to know this girl through texting. And what happens is you keep texting, and the more you text, the bolder she gets, and the more you text and the bolder she gets, the less she texts back. And you'll notice just about every time, unless the interest is really high, if the woman is maybe a 2 on the scale of attractiveness, and you're a 9 yourself or something like that, then maybe this don't make any difference, and you won't cock block yourself by over texting. But most of the time, even for a lot of ugly ass women, a lot of times if you start messaging and you message too much, they lose attraction. They know this guy's not a challenge, this guy is just really into me, so he's not really a challenge at all. So they start losing attraction, and the more you text, the more you message, the lower her attraction will go, and she will eventually, you'll notice that her messages back, her return messages or her return text, will get less and less. They'll get farther and farther apart. When you first start and her interest is at a high level, as soon as you send this text message, as soon as you send your text message, then she'll respond right back. And this may go on for a couple of days, and you're trying to find out about her, you're asking her questions during these text messages, and she's asking you questions about you. But you'll notice the longer it goes on, the more messages you send, the longer her responses will take to get back to you. I mean, you'll message, and it may be 10 minutes. The next day, you message some more, and it might be 30 minutes to an hour. The next day, you keep messaging, and her text messages might be the next day or not even return at all. And that shows that she's losing interest fast. Text messaging and messaging in general, and even talking on the telephone. Talking is a little bit better than texting, because it's a little more personal, but it's still not good. You don't want to try to get to know a woman through the telephone, through either messaging like Facebook Messenger or regular text or phone calls or whatever. Emails or however you're contacting this woman, that is at one-on-one, is it the best way to get to know this woman. And so, when you first get the woman's phone number, you want to message her, preferably when she's standing right there in front of you, and you message her and say, hey, this is my number. That way she has your number. So she has your number now, and then you excuse yourself from the conversation, say that you have to, sorry, I have to go, I've got something to do right now, or just make up some excuse or give a legitimate excuse, and exit yourself in the conversation. She has your phone number now, and you have hers. Don't start text messaging her right off the bat like that. Just let it go, let it calm down. Wait a couple of days before you message her. If you wait a couple of days before you message her, then she'll be thinking, this guy really interested in me? Did I mess up when I was talking to him? Did something go wrong? Did he not like how I looked? Did I say something wrong? Was he not attracted to me? Did he lose interest? And so that will build her attraction level for you. She'll be thinking about you this whole time that you're not messaging her, especially if her attraction level was high to begin with. Then she'll be thinking about you, and she'll be wondering what you're doing and why you haven't messaged her. Because one thing, you'll be different than all the other guys that's talked to her before and gotten her phone number, because most guys, as soon as they get that phone number, they're on it. They're sending those messages, They're thinking they're going to build up attraction by sending the text messages. There's even been books written on text game. There is no text game. Text game is a bunch of bullshit. Don't fall for that crap at all. If you're going to get to know a woman and you're going to progress the relationship forward, either through actual relationship, dating, second date, first date, or whatever, you want to get to know this person face to face, where you can interact, where you can touch, you can talk, you can look into each other's eyes, you can actually get to know each other. You can't get to know each other intimately through talking on the telephone, text messaging, emails, and stuff like that. As soon as you get her phone number, you want to wait and just wait a couple of days and see if she messages you first. Most likely, within a couple of days, she'll message you, and it'll probably be something like, hey. When she does that, wait 10-15 minutes and message back. Say, hey, how you doing? And she messages back, asks you how you've been, what you've been doing. You've been really busy, you've been doing this or that or whatever, you've been really busy, you don't want to say I've been sitting on my ass, sitting there watching sports all day. You want to tell her, and preferably that you're actually busy and actually doing something, actually on your purpose in life, and not just sitting by the phone waiting for a woman to text or message or call. You want to be on your purpose. But even if you're not really on your purpose, you've been sitting on your ass all day, eating Cheetos and watching sports on TV or a soap opera or something, you want to actually tell her that you've been busy, you've been doing something important, you've been out with your friends, you've been working, you've been doing whatever, but you've been busy, you've been on your purpose. You've not been sitting waiting on her. Don't say that part, but you want to let her know that without actually saying it. But after a couple of days, when she messages you, and she probably will, if her attraction level is really high, after a couple of days, you're not messaging her, she's thinking about all this stuff, it's going through her head, and she's building attraction. So she'll probably message you, and when she does, talk. If you're on the telephone, she calls, and then you talk to her for maybe 5 minutes. If you're texting, send 2 or 3 text messages back and forth, and then you ask her to meet you for coffee, to meet you for dinner, to meet you for whatever, to go to the park, whatever's good in your location at that time, and whatever you have time for, you try to hit up a date. You try to hit her up to meet you somewhere face to face so you can actually talk and get the conversation going and actually build intimacy and find out more about her and let her find out more about you. And that's the best way to do it. As soon as you get that phone number, don't start messaging, don't start texting. Now, if you get her phone number and she has your phone number because you sent her your phone number, you sent her a text message, as soon as you got her phone number while you're standing there talking to her. If she don't message you in a couple of days, wait about 3 days. If she doesn't message you or text you, then you can message her. And as soon as if she messages back and is responsive, then hit her up to meet you out somewhere to talk some more. But don't keep messaging back and forth. As soon as you message her, she messages back. Wait about 10 minutes and send a couple of text messages back and forth. No more than 2 or 3 response messages from you. And then as soon as you do that, you hit her up. You ask her if she wants to meet you out for lunch, dinner, go to the park or something. Anything that you can, for coffee, at the bar, for a drink, whatever you want to do in your location, what you like to do, and what she likes to do. You want to hit her up for a date and get her out as quickly as possible while her attraction is high. Well, guys, hope this video will help you a little bit. It's one of those things that I know from personal experience. I've done it myself. I've met a woman, been attracted to that woman, got her phone number, and start messaging, start texting, and keep doing that, trying to find out about her. And you're thinking, the more I do this, the more I contact her, the more she'll realize I like her, the more I'm trying to find out about her. But it doesn't end up that way. What you end up doing is lowering her attraction with every text message. The least text message you send, the better you are. Like I said, 3 or 4 text messages, and then you try to hit her up for a date, to meet you out somewhere, to talk, for coffee, for a drink at the bar, for going to the park, whatever you like to do in your area, what you like to do, what she likes to do, you hit her up for it and try to meet her face to face. Don't keep sending text messages back and forth. All it's going to do is going to lower her attraction and destroy any chance you ever have of a relationship, of an actual date, or sex with this woman, or whatever you want whatever your goals is in this relationship. If you start messaging, texting, and calling, and just wearing this woman to death by doing that, you're going to wear her attraction down with each message, each text, each call. Don't do it. I hope this helps, and good luck, guys.